Welcome to Cold Hard Trash CRT episode 65. I'm your host, Trash Can Jones.
And I'm Bragg, fellow host.
We were just talking about baseball stadiums right before we got started, and there's just a bunch of wacky ones. Like the Cubs one that we have here in Chicago is very famous for the ivy along the outfield walls, and things can get stuck in there. We watched a video of like somebody hit a ball into the ivy that then dislodged another ball. So
It's like pinball, the multi-ball.
I can't imagine being the outfielder and you're like going to chase down a ball, and all of a sudden there's two. You're just like, you'd literally be like a what moment where you're just like, am I seeing double? Like, did I hit my head? Like, what the hell happened? Dude, that'd be the most confusing and unexpected thing. Like, now there's two. But then there's, let me see what actual field this is. There's the baseball field that has a hill in center field with a pole in the middle of it. Tales Hill. What the heck's it? It's in the Astros, I think. Is it in the Astros Stadium? Yeah, Houston Astros. I think they got rid of it recently, but it was long standing in the Astros Stadium. Of just a weird hill outside in center field. But it got us talking. That's why I wanted to start the podcast about it. There's really not a whole lot of regulations in where you can like build your baseball stadium and the ways you can build it. So let me just look up. I was going to talk to you about the Red Sox Stadium, very famous in the baseball community for having the Green Monster.
I've never heard of this. I'm excited.
So, I don't want to care about the capacity, Google autofill. So the Red Sox Stadium, for some reason, they're allowed to just have one wall that's fucking gigantic, and it's really hard to hit home runs over. It's that. So, like, normal baseball stadiums, see, like, the wall, how it stops normally down there? They just have one giant wall on the left side, and it's called the Green Monster, and it's really hard to hit home runs over there, and if you hit it to left field in their field, then it's some shit. See, like, there's the right field fence compared to the left field fence. That's just like a building high. So
would that'd be an advantage to batters of a certain hand? I just don't know which one.
I guess it would be an advantage to left-handed batters, because right-handed batters, which is why the shortstop position exists, most often hit it to the left with their swing. That's why you have the shortstop in between second and third, because it's more often that ground balls will be hit in that gap as opposed to between first and second, because more people are right-handed.
Yeah.
Whereas a lefty hitter, they'd be more often to hit home runs over the right field fence. But lefties kind of, I don't know if it's like an old wives' tale of like weird old sports knowledge, but lefties traditionally aren't like big power home run hitters. When you see a lefty power hitter, it's normally like, ooh, he's an extra special case sort of deal.
Or maybe it's just that like there aren't that many power hitters relative to just batters in general.
I think a big thing
just
too.
The chance of one being a lefty is also, like, you know, you need to get across of those two not as common things as just a member of the baseball team.
Exactly. Plus, added on to, if you're left-handed and you start playing baseball, like even at a young age, you're a pitcher. They're going to like make you pitch, and they're going to see if you're even half decent at pitching, you're going to keep pitching. If you got that left-handed, like natural break on the ball, they're not going to let that go.
So wait, so are there, I thought baseball, every single member of the team had to do fielding and batting.
So that is dependent on the league. I don't know which league has the designated hitters. So the one league, there's the National League and the American League. One league, you're exactly right. The pitchers also have to come to the plate. But the other league gets to use designated hitters, where the pitcher gets to sit on the base and they just replace him with another big fella who can give it a whack. Which league has the DH? It's one or the other. And then that makes it, I believe in the World Series, that goes away, which kind of makes it interesting. Both the American League, he's the designated hitter. Oh, weird. I guess it's just a team preference. I thought it was a league thing.
Maybe it was a changed rule from like within the past 10 years.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like it was in 2022 that changed.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can use a designated hitter, which I assume most teams would, because most pitchers can't hit for beans, unless you're Carlos Zambrano.
Yeah, it's like an optimization thing. You know, you're getting... it's kind of like how we were talking about baseball too. Yeah. Like they're making changes to make it just be like, okay, fine, you can just put the best people in for each specific job instead of having to get all rounders.
You're already having like your pitcher that you're trying to protect up the utmost. You might as well. Why make him bat? Don't trot him out unless you have to. But then you got someone like Shohei Ohtani who just had the viral clip of going from starting pitcher to leadoff hitter, and they had his whole transition of doing that. Because like starting as a pitcher, you have to take off like your pitch signal guard, all these different like equipment for being a pitcher, and then you have whatever specific batting equipment you want. Shohei Ohtani has quite a bit with the shin guard and different things. So it was just kind of cool to see him like drop down from one and go into another right away.
Yeah.
He's that guy who's gonna. I think he hit. I don't know if it was this last season. He did 30 strikeouts, 30 home runs, something like that. He's a really good pitcher and a really good batter. Someone that is not very seen.
He's got it all.
Got it all. That's why he's got the biggest contract in baseball, and why he might have been surrounded by potential gambling things.
That's why.
Yeah, that's maybe why. No, I think it was just his manager that was like potentially stealing money from him. I don't remember the story exactly. He had like this guy that would always follow him around and like be his best friend, and was really like kind of strangely ancillary to him, and people always wondered what he did. And then it turned out like money was missing or something like that, and he got blamed for it, and people were wondering if he actually did it or if Shohei Ohtani did it, and he just has this guy as a fall guy. I don't know. It was a whole big thing.
Designated fall guy. They're advancing baseball here.
Got to keep him around. That's what they put him around for.
Mm-hmm.
You get one one fuck up, and then you get one guy to take the fall, and you're like, all right, phew, close one. Never do that again.
Yeah. Or just get a new fall guy.
Shit. Shohei Ohtani might be looking for a new best friend. I'd set up for that.
Yeah.
Would you be a best friend of a celebrity if you knew they were eventually just going to like make you the fall guy for whatever crimes?
Well, like if whatever crimes or like specific crimes?
Yeah, I guess it's
like
probably...
if we knew what it was going to be, we could work out a price. If it's like...
Yeah, I was going to say he probably gave him like the in out of like, all right, I'm going to be doing this, so... Yeah, all right, I'll say it's 4 specific crimes. You get to know the crime beforehand. It's not going to be violent. Probably be some fraud.
You could set a price.
Really? You set a price for doing what? How much do you do for fraud?
Going
10 to
to jail.
15? That's what I'm saying. How much do you do for fraud though? Fraud jail charge. I assume like 10 to 15, right? Is fraud a felony? Oh.
2 to 3.
Yeah, it could be anything. It literally just says it just depends on your past convictions. So that makes sense why a lot of those Wall Street guys don't get any jail time.
Went over a lot of the crimes I didn't commit. I think I'm getting a low number.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got a pretty good rap sheet. That's why we're building this, so you can be the fall guy.
Yeah.
See, perfect. We're setting you up for success here. We're setting you up for success. You don't need nothing. All you got to do is find a wealthy man and take the fall for his fraud.
Perfect.
And then you get a good payout, and the courts will be like, ooh, you rascal, don't you do it again. And you'll go, oh, I won't. And then you just go away and never talk to that celebrity again because he hates you publicly. Like, oh, I can't believe that asshole stole money from me. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Bing, bang, boom. Everybody wins.
Nice and clean. Kind of the opposite of that one guy in Breaking Bad that's like, oh, this guy, he's a professional, goes to jail for people guy.
Oh, is that a guy in Breaking Bad? I never watched the show.
He's in one episode, and it's like, okay, so they have an idea of who you are. They need a bald old man to take the fall for being Heisenberg and go to jail for this, for making meth. And it's like, so here's this guy. He's been in and out of jail for years. You pay him like $100,000 or something like that, and he'll go away for you.
What the hell are you gonna? Especially for selling meth, you're probably going away for a while. What are you gonna do with that $100,000?
They say that he's like more comfortable inside. He's been in there longer than he's been out.
Oh, okay. So maybe he's just got like family or something to provide for. And
Yeah.
if he can make money out of going to jail, shit, why not?
He's planning on going back anyways.
Yeah. All right.
And they figure out pretty quickly after they arrest him, like that he's not the guy. But they're
gonna take
they
the
needed
fall.
to trade Heisenberg to get one of their dealers out from getting convicted.
And did
So-
they figure that out only after the trade?
Yeah,
Ah.
and get the charges dropped,
And that guy gets out with his money.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
everybody wins
Everybody wins.
except for the DEA.
Yeah, fuck him. That's pretty sweet. I never watched Breaking Bad. I gotta give that show a chance.
I'd highly recommend it. I think it's really good TV. Like when I was, I didn't like work with Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul at all. But when I was a COVID tester, I went to New Mexico to work at their lab for a little bit, and that was right after they finished wrapping Better Call Saul. So I was very close in time-wise to being in the same room as Bob Odenkirk's spit, but I wasn't.
That's his spit.
Yeah.
So he's probably yelling quite a bit. The clips I've seen of Better Call Saul, quite a lot of that.
at the very end of it, like finishing up the show.
Oh, maybe those are just like the most viral clips then.
Yeah, it was probably. I mean, like up until like so the show sort of like, I don't know, like the whole arc of the show ends, and then there's like 3 more episodes that it's like an epilogue, and it like fast forwards to after everything that happened in Breaking Bad.
Huh.
This is the last season 6.
Okay, so that's kind of cool. So it gives you a before and after?
Most of the show is about Jimmy McGill becoming Saul Goodman. Like, that's a trade name, Saul Goodman. His real name's Jimmy McGill. He spends like 4 seasons as Jimmy McGill, and then, you know, like I think 4.5, or like after the 4.5 5th season, he picks up the name Saul Goodman.
Right.
Shit goes down, and you know the big finale to like everything that's happening in the show happens, and then like 3 episodes of like after he had to go into hiding and undercover, like basically a witness protection for criminals,
right?
Like from the government.
oh shit. Okay.
There's like a guy, Robert Forster is the actor that plays the disappear man. He's like runs a vacuum shop. He's in the show.
Helps you disappear.
He uses his services to get a new identity and like move to Omaha and get a job and just sort of live out a quiet life. But that all comes to a head as well. But yeah, the last 3 episodes are completely in black and white.
Really?
Yep.
That's kind of a cool stylistic choice.
Yeah. But I really recommend Breaking Bad and then Better Call Saul. I'd recommend doing all of it. That's 11 seasons of TV overall.
Oh, damn.
And which order you want to do it in, take your pick. I mean, you don't know too much about Breaking Bad.
Yeah. I wonder if I watched Better Call Saul before Breaking Bad, will that give me, like, a different perspective on the show?
So, I mean, it does reveal some things about how Breaking Bad ends. But it's really, like, a just personal preference thing, I guess. But you don't even know until it happens.
Right.
But I've heard of people watching Better Call Saul and then seeing Breaking Bad and, like, liking it very much still. But there is some pieces of information that get spoiled.
But I wouldn't even know they're getting spoiled. I wouldn't even know what they're spoiling. That's
you watch
the thing.
like 2 episodes of Breaking Bad, you'd be like, "Oh shit!"
Ah, shit. He's Walter White.
Yeah.
Malcolm in the Middle, Dad? No way.
But I think the shows, like, they're really, really good. Very good dramas, very good action goes on in there. The characters get in real tough binds. And the camera work is probably my favorite part of it overall. Like the way that they frame the scenes too. Because like this is character Mike, who's just kind of like a badass.
Right.
And he has a lot of scenes of it just like there's like music going and there's like a little like stopwatch timer, like not in the show, but like it's part of the music is a little like.
Oh, okay. They meant like on screen, like 24.
No. And he's just like doing shit. He's just like going through and setting up a whole bunch of stuff. Like he's an ex-cop. He's very he's kind of like a, I don't know. He's spec ops in a way, and is like what he's doing there. And he'll come together with these like plans to like accomplish certain goals for the people that he's working for himself, and like it's very cool to see him. He just like starts doing the things, and as he does them, you're learning what he's trying to accomplish. If that makes sense. Like you don't get to see the plan beforehand, and then he does it. You just see him do something that he obviously meticulously planned.
Right. You see him going through the steps.
And then you're like, oh my god, that's what he was trying to accomplish this entire time. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty
cool. And it works. I don't think there's a single time that he tries to do something and he fails.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Punisher. Cool shit.
That's a bit more apt than you know, I guess. But you should watch it. I recommend it.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Punisher on Netflix was an absolutely brutal one, too. You ever seen that? The Marvel shows?
No, I heard that the Punisher and then the reboot, new season, whatever the fuck they want it to be, of
Daredevil, yeah.
were gory.
Yeah, especially the Punisher, just the standalone one, because the Netflix seasons like kind of intertwined. I think it was season 3 or 4 of Daredevil, whatever the last one was on Netflix. Like the Punisher is like a big part of it, so like they're together. But they are brutal shows. Yeah.
I heard that the Punisher is supposed to be in the new Spider-Man movie.
Ooh, I fucks with it.
Which I don't know. I've been off of the Marvel train for a while. You know, like I've said it before. I'll say it again. I spent one summer watching all of the Marvel movies up to Infinity War, and then I just lost steam. And then eventually I watched Infinity War, and I was like, okay, you know, like it was just a lot of the movie thing, right? And then I watched Endgame, and I ended up watching the Doctor Strange movie as well at some point. But I wasn't like into Marvel anymore, you know.
The Netflix series are really good because they're such a departure from what the actual Marvel movies were, which like
they're very goofy and like they tend to be making quips and all that stuff all the time.
Right, and
I cannot imagine the Punisher doing that.
I was gonna say not even with like the goofiness as opposed to the goriness, but just like that was kind of the whole shtick of like it was Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Punisher, like these ones that hadn't made movies at all or hadn't made movies in so long, like basically forgotten IPs that Marvel was willing to let Netflix like, yeah, whatever, take them. And then they made these absolute bangers of shows that now Marvel has to be like, oh no, wait a minute, no, we're going to make them this way but better kind of deal. And they're trying to scramble and capture that magic again, but the Netflix Marvel shows were just like a lightning in a bottle type shit. In that era of like when Avengers and Endgame were coming out and it was kind of oversaturated, like Netflix was like, let's see what we can do with our type shit. We got a little bit less of a budget, but we can make it a little darker, we can make it grittier, and we can actually get these stories going good. Like Jessica Jones was very like gory, but not even like super action heavy, I would even say, as compared to like the Daredevil or the Punisher with like their choreography and fight scenes. But like the story of it is just like, it's so good. Definitely worth watching.
Yeah. It kind of makes me think of how that whole thing with Netflix and Marvel makes me think of how the DC universe is going right now. Because I heard Superman was a smash hit.
Okay.
I am interested in that still.
Hell yeah.
I was kind of interested in Fantastic Four. I heard it was good and like one of the much better Marvel movies.
Yeah.
But had some problems with it. But Superman, it looked good from what I could tell.
Yeah, the last Robert Pattinson Batman movie I liked. I hope they do some better things with that.
Yeah.
I liked it as like the start of a series. There were things of it where I kind of like rolled my eyes at and gratuitous. Like they did the slow walk stomping thing one too many times, I think, where I'm just like, listen, we get he's Batman and ooh, everybody's scared, but like
I was with all of it, all the way, except for the fucking highway scene.
Sister Reach is murdering
just kills people
constantly,
like,
flipping cars, doesn't give a shit.
Back. Nobody cares. Nobody talks about it. And then you're just gonna blame the Penguin for that.
And then at the very end, it cheapens the very end of the movie too, when he's like just pounding on the Riddler, and then finally like just like lays off himself and realizes like, oh, I might have gone too far. I almost went over the edge. It's like you did like a million times back there. You were just like, fuck it. Whee!
Yeah, like that's probably like the one big flaw that I feel that movie has.
Yeah, that's fair.
But with James Gunn at the helm of the DC universe now, like they're trying to. James Gunn directed The Suicide Squad, or one of them. Probably never
the good
be 100% sure about this. And that created Peacemaker, John Cena,
right?
Who does all the interviews for that in his Peacemaker costume. Very much a wrestler. And then Peacemaker's, like, I think it's getting another season or it just got another season. That he's wrapping that into the DCU.
Oh, hell yeah.
Superman movie had like 5 heroes in it.
Oh,
sweet. It has Superman, it has Supergirl, it has Krypto, has Guy Gardner, Green Lantern.
Oh, okay. Thought it was a hero named Guy Gardner. He's gonna be like a Gardner-based superhero.
No, I said Guy Gardner, Green Lantern too before, and you were like, "Whoa, that's an odd pick for the Green Lantern."
Huh? Yeah, it's a. I've never heard that name with Green Lantern. Doesn't ring a bell to me.
Really? I thought you knew. I mentioned.
I thought it was Hal Jordan was the original Green Lantern. Yeah, that's who I know him as.
Yeah, no, but this one's Guy Gardner. But he was supposedly another Green Lantern.
Oh.
They have Hawkgirl.
Ooh, hell yeah.
And they have this guy with like a T on his face. I've never heard of him before. Mr. Something.
That's not very descriptive. Mr. Something.
I'll actually look this one
It's not Martian Manhunter? I don't know if it's
Martian
TNC.
Manhunter was in the other Superman movies.
Yeah. Hawkgirl's cool,
Supposedly.
though. I always liked her in the Justice League animated. Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day, too, with the Justice League and the Batman animated series. Batman Beyond was such a criminally underrated show. You ever watch that?
It's the one where it's like Batman is like 75 or something like that and old, and so he's got a new one.
No, it's
protege.
I think it's Batman was dead, but it's what's his name? The original Robin is 75, and he's trying to he's cloned
What?
a new Bruce Wayne, and that's Batman Beyond.
I never watched it, but I liked the suit.
Yeah, the suit was so
Which
sick.
the suit
black
only
and
works
red.
in animation, in my opinion.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't do good unless you had like a CG type thing with it. But it's because it became like in between Batman the animated series and the Justice League animation, I feel like it just kind of gets lost to time because those were absolute bangers back to back as well. Not even back to back, they came out years apart, but they were all both really good DC shows that featured Batman. So I feel like Batman Beyond just kind of gets lost in the shuffle. And it was so good. It was so cool looking. It had like a lot of funny, just classic well, I don't even know what you would call it, like cartoon sitcom where like they were high school kids getting into like, jams and whatnot.
The hero I was thinking of is Mr. Terrific.
Oh,
And supposedly this guy, Metamorpho.
I don't think I've
Never heard of
either those.
Metamorpho. I've seen like trailers and stuff for the movie. I never even heard of that guy. But I've seen Mr. Terrific in the trailers and never heard of him before. But yeah, they got a lot of heroes in that. I think they're still figuring out whether or not they want to make a sequel to that other Batman or like make a new Batman, because like there's multiversal stuff, right? Like they just don't need to like use it all the time.
Dude,
but it is.
If they do a multiverse Batman and Batman Beyond comes through the portal, people would lose their shit.
I mean, they got a lot of like the Spider-Man multiverse movie was like
Huge.
received really well.
Everybody loves a multiverse. Everybody's trying to do different things with it. Batman's a perfect one. Adam West unfortunately passed. He would have been a great addition to that. But you can still get like Clooney. Is Val Kilmer still around, or did he pass away? You can get a lot of the old Batmans
Affleck.
though. He was only Batman that one time for Batman v Superman, right? Did he have an actual
well, I think it
standalone?
was. He didn't have a standalone movie, but I
Ah.
think they made the Justice League after that, and he was in that.
Oh, okay. So we had two Batmans.
But the
Pretty sweet.
the super. Do you know how the crossover Spider-Man movie ends?
The first Spider-Verse? I think so.
No, not Into the Spider-Verse. No Way Home. The
The
live-action
live
one.
action one. Yeah, I've seen that. After Andrew Garfield gets to save Mary Jane and redemption from Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, but how it ends.
I guess I
What's
don't remember.
Tom Holland's great sacrifice that he does.
Oh, yeah. Everybody doesn't remember Spider-Man now.
No, everyone forgets Peter Parker, because when the whole issue that caused everything was, one, Doctor Strange being a fucking idiot and trying to throw these things into the spell as Peter's asking for them instead of like
Restarting
asking him. Yeah, right. Like, what the fuck? You're the goddamn wizard here. This is not his fault. And two,
J. Jonah
it's-
Jameson revealed his identity, right? Isn't that the whole shit? Mysterio did it?
Mr. Yeah.
And then-
But which I never watched that one, but I mean I know that his identity was revealed, and so
Yeah.
I knew that going into this movie. And at the end of it, he asked for like very specifically like different ways to word it of like, I want everyone to forget I'm Spider-Man, but wait, I want my girlfriend and my aunt and my best friend to know.
Right.
And all these people specifically to know, and that's how he was messing it up.
Exactly.
And so at the end, he's just like, make everybody forget Peter Parker. And like, that should fix this, because there were like these weird ghost horses coming through the sky. I don't know. There was like a tear in the multiverse because of it, and weird guardians that are meant to clean that shit up.
I guess if nobody knows Peter Parker, then nobody knows Peter Parker can be Spider-Man. Just shoot the baby in the bassinet.
Yeah. But I think it's kind of nice at the end that they did that, because like the big issue with this iteration of Spider-Man is that he shows up and he has a robo suit and he's like bulletproof, and that's why like he doesn't even get his spider sense until the second movie.
Really? I
Yeah,
don't even remember
because
that.
he's wearing a bulletproof suit all the time.
Huh.
So he doesn't need to
Right.
like worry
Doesn't ever,
about
like,
that.
yeah.
He just takes the bullets. He's fine. He doesn't need to train it. That's the whole thing with Mysterio, is because Mysterio makes the illusions and stuff like that, and he needs to use his spider sense.
Right.
to-
And at the very end, turns around and just turns the gun.
Yes, I've seen that scene. But he just has all this high-tech shit, and he's like so established, right? He's not a neighborhood Spider-Man. He's just fighting aliens all the time.
Right.
So everyone forgets who he is. He doesn't have like any access to these Avengers-ass resources anymore, and he's just kind of got to do it on his own. He's got to live in a shitty apartment and go to college. It's a soft reboot, and I really appreciate that. And I am pretty interested in this new one for that reason.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I didn't even consider it like that. It is a soft reboot of Spider-Man. Now he's got to restart being as like the nobody. Now he's got no more Tony Stark. Yep. Now even the Avengers don't know he's Spider-Man, I assume, right?
Nobody knows.
Damn.
Peter Parker exists. I'm pretty sure like at the beginning of it, he like saves like an admissions officer from Doc Ock. Because like him and his friends all got like not accepted to any college because of what Mysterio said.
Right.
And I think they all get accepted into schools because he saves the admissions officer, and then everyone forgets who Spider-Man is, and so anyone's association with Peter Parker, and therefore so they get accepted, and Peter Parker gets accepted. Like any mention of him, like I'm assuming he has some type of record, right? Like a school record, but like no one can recall who that kid is.
Yeah, I guess that's how it must go.
They probably like got rid of all the videos.
Right. He's able to apply for school, so I assume like he has to have
a social
like
security number.
Right. Like he exists as a human, but everybody forgets who he is. I wonder if it's going to be like something where he's stuck that way. Like nobody remembers Peter Parker, so he's going to be like meet somebody, and then the next day and be like, "Hey, who are you?" Because nobody can remember Peter Parker.
I don't know.
Get like that. Black Cat cursed like that.
I think it'd be like hard to like make more than one movie with him after that, unless they solve it.
Right, yeah, unless he goes like he has to find Doctor Strange and like reprove himself in like within a day. Or maybe Doctor Strange is the only one that would remember because he's like the guy who did the spell type shit. You know, it's like maybe he'd be able to convince him of like the multiverse thing. So you take like a whole Groundhog Day Spider-Man bit of the movie where he's just like showing up to Doctor Strange's house every day, be like, "All right, listen, I'm Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You reset my world. Nobody remembers who I am, and this is from a different multiverse."
I mean, that is actually a power in Marvel. Is one particular X-Men, and they bring him up in like very few comics. I saw this on like a Twitter thread. It's like a guy whose power is that the moment you look away from him, you forget he ever existed.
Huh. That's pretty good.
Very lonely.
Yeah, I was going to say. That's even if going to the mutant college, probably pretty lonely.
Yeah, but they use him as a sort of way to clean up, like loose ends and like all these other random shit. Like, oh, how did that happen? Like, how did we possibly get out of that mess? And it's just like this guy that no one can remember.
He's just in the background, like, saved everybody.
Yeah, he just did a bunch of shit because as soon as you look away from him, you don't know he's there, and yeah.
That's a weird power to have to discover. Probably live a shitty life up until that. And then, like, is it comforting to know that you have that power? Like, that's the reason why?
It's better to know than not. In this situation, it'd suck. Like,
yeah, I guess it's like you can kind of at least do something when people are like, "Oh, I wonder how that happened." You can get like that little bit of like, they don't know, but I know that I did good, you know? And that's kind of what being a hero is all about. So maybe you can find some solace in that.
But yeah, I'm kind of interested in the new Spider-Man. The Hulk's going to be in it. Supposedly the Punisher.
That'll be sweet. I hope I'm kind of not excited about the Hulk because they've ruined the Hulk, and I don't know what direction they're going to go with him that's going to make me happy because I just can't see a good future for him. Even if they just do like Hulk's son, I don't know.
They just got to like bonk him on the head once, and then he's like,
make him stupid again. Just because it's like the whole thing of like, oh, now I'm in control. It's like, okay, so now you're not a big angry machine. Now no one's afraid of you, and you're not actually like the world-ending weapon. Because that was the whole shit. Like, I think we went on. Did I go on the whole tear on the podcast of like, I want more Hulk?
Yeah.
It's dumb. You make him smart, and now nobody's afraid, and now it's just like, okay, well now we have our friend Hulk, and it's not like, oh shit, like wait to unleash the Hulk. And no one cares anymore. He's not scary. He's not big. He's not strong. He's just a guy.
Yeah.
Sad.
Joke.
Yeah, he's just a joke guy. Oh, you want taco? I like taco. Thumbs down. Not my Hulk. Hashtag not my Hulk.
And they had to take him out of the final fight with Thanos in Endgame, so they made it so that he had to click the glove, and then just got wrecked by it and couldn't be in the fight because if he was, be over, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And then they have the whole fucking Rolk movie, and I'll start yelling again. You give me a Rolk movie and I don't get Rolk versus Hulk. Are you stupid?
Red Hulk. Okay, Rolk.
Yeah,
never heard of that.
That's what you Google Rolk. That's what that's fucking
I never
referred
ever
to.
heard of that. I mean, I believe it.
It's just. I know it wasn't like his movie, like he wasn't the main guy, Red Hulk, but like you're gonna put him in a movie and he's not fighting Hulk and he's not even gonna. What are you doing, Marvel? What are you doing out here? I hate you.
You said you had something to say about safety in the NFL. Do you still?
Yeah. So I mean, just a lot of different different points in it. Like NFL, I was just realizing like. Looking back at a lot of the old things that I watched, like if you look at old NFL highlights and films, the padding that they used to have was just like enormous, and it was kind of like cumbersome in that way. Like, you know, the giant shelved shoulder pads, the big cumbersome helmets, the really fat leg pads and whatnot, and it was really cumbersome, but it was protective, and the cumbersome nature of it kind of made it so you couldn't actually go like your full force, because you know you can't get your full stride in with moving your arms that way, you know, a lot of different things if you're wearing like big bulky plastic pads. And the pads nowadays are a lot sleeker, and half of players don't even wear like leg pads beyond their knees. So it just goes, it brought me to like this thing of like, man, they really don't care that much about safety. They really care much more about the looks than anything else, because if they really cared about safety, they would just like make sure that like that was tantamount. And that was like the biggest thing to worry about. Like they wouldn't get rid of these big pads. It's just like, that seems like everybody's kind of safe in that. Why are we taking away anything more? Because people back in the 70s and 80s were getting hit so hard that they couldn't move anymore. And it's like, so we were adding more pads onto people at a certain point. Then at a certain point, we started taking them off. Because if you look at the very original footballs, it's like leather helmets and like a sweater. And like that's what the people were running around and tackling each other in. So
yeah, but like the thing isn't like in rugby too. Like they still don't have that much padding because there's like specific rules about how to tackle.
Exactly.
And you can get taken out of the game if you aren't very careful in the way that you tackle someone. But in football, you just sort of
right.
Like there's probably rules, but fewer.
I was gonna say you can't like grab the face mask and rip them down, but that's kind of the point of adding the more pads and adding the more like the more cumbersome of it. Because if you take a guy like we were watching Lawrence Taylor highlights, if he just rips and runs as hard as he can, I'm sure, completely unabated with just like, a t-shirt and shorts on, he can probably run fast and hard as shit. You put him in football pads, he's still going to run fast as hard. Not as fast as hard, but as fast as hard as he can will be like, lessened down a little bit by the pads that he has. And that lets him run full speed into people all day as a career and not kill himself or the people that he's doing that. And I feel like we're losing more and more of that. Like there was another really scary hit that happened. I forget, it was like Falcons and somebody else that were playing where the people on the teams just quit playing because the hit was so scary and the guy got carted off. They were like, he's probably dead. We don't want to play this game anymore because that's fucked. Everybody's now changed from watching that happen.
Yeah.
And it's like, we shouldn't have those kind of moments. Fucking put the bigger ass pads on there. We shouldn't be letting people come out here with no knee pads and their pants rolled up. Like, Jesus Christ. Ugh.
Well, I mean, like, you break your shin is not going to kill you.
Right,
I guess it could.
But I'm just that lets you like get your legs a little bit more unabated and lets you get a lot more of a stride, lets you run faster, lets you get a lot more power into it, which like it makes sense why like a wide receiver would want to be able to move fast and all that. But like it causes problems when you get a wide receiver that can run full clip and then they hit a linebacker who's twice their size and just boom, boom, stop them and stop their heart. It hits them so fucking hard.
More pads in football.
Need more pads. For fuck's sakes, especially someone like you know who Tua Tagovailoa is? He kind of made rounds. I think it was last season or 2 seasons ago.
Nope.
He was a Dolphins quarterback who got an extremely, extremely scary concussion, like UFC style, where he got hit and like his hands were like just kind of far out and doing like finger signs, and it was very, very scary to watch. Gets back into the put back into the game, is put in like after concussion protocol, made sure he's fine, does the whole thing, gets put back into games. Immediately starts like running the ball, diving headfirst for first downs, and people are like, yo, what the fuck, dude? Like, you gotta calm down on this. Gets hit way fucking harder again the game after that, to where he's like knocked out, doing fucking finger signs and like super bad concussion. And at this point, people are like just straight asking him in press conferences, like, yo, are you gonna do something about this? Like, are you gonna change the way you play or like try to not die? And he's like, no, why would I? It's just like, at some point, you really
knock the sense out of them.
They have these things they call them Guardian helmets, which are like kind of like the big baseball hats that I showed you that one time, or like just bigger football helmets to specifically give you more padding and like make it a little bit more cumbersome, but you don't have to wear them, type shit. It's if you want to. I feel like make that shit mandatory for these people, because you're gonna have people like that. For fuck's sakes, you're gonna have people die, and and not even from the liability standpoint. Don't make a crowd of people watch someone die.
Yeah.
For fuck's sakes.
I mean, I've heard this being an issue in football for a while. You're not the only person to complain about this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, ever since they started implementing, even when they were using big pads, turf fields are so huge, too. Because, like, the way you implement turf, even though they do, like, layers of rubber and whatnot, it's over just a concrete base, as opposed to a grass field, which is over the earth. Like it goes all the way down into the earth. All that shock absorption that you would get from dirt is much different than would be eventually hitting concrete. You have a huge amount of ACL, MCL tears of people like planting and just getting it the wrong and twisting their ankle and all these things, hitting the ground harder and like, ripping their shoulder up. Just so many different injuries that can be specifically attributed to turf fields. And yet I think it's 15 out of the 30 NFL stadiums are turf just because it saves money. Yeah. Cheaper than having to take care of grass. The coolest field, though, I think it's the Arizona Cardinals. They not only have a grass field, but they because they have a dome also, because Arizona is super fucking hot. They have a field that has on a big moving track that they just take the whole field out and let it get sun, and then bring it back in during the night. So
that's crazy,
right? They have the entire football field just go out a door and then come back.
What a marvel of engineering!
It's fucking sweet. That's the lengths I want to see to have the grass field stay in football. That's super cool. So it was especially in the moment of like, we're gonna build this new field and it's gonna be a banging facility, so we can put turf fields in and whatnot. But it's like, nah, we're gonna make it the most banging facility, like the football of the future. I'm a Jacksonville Jaguars fan, and for some reason they wanted to call their stadium revamp the Stadium of the Future, like back in 2015, which is kind of cool. They had like a pool you can view the games from while you were chilling there, but at this point it's dilapidated. The Arizona Cardinals Stadium still stands up as a Stadium of the Future with that shit. Super cool.
Because aside from that, like what, you got a dome, you got AC, and you got that crazy ass field.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to take care of a pool. Like, there's a whole different set of
yeah.
things you got to worry about.
It's not like that. That was the whole Jaguars thing, is they got, I think, like different sections with like seats that have like little screens on them and whatnot, so you can not only watch the game live but also have like coverage of different angles you get to watch. Mm-hmm. So like that's kind of a cool thing that's not at other stadiums, and different like types of press boxes and luxury boxes. But
that's crazy, because like I've seen, you know how they clean a lot of these like plastic chairs at stadiums?
How?
Flamethrower.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's why I assume it's only for certain sections. They have like, you buy a ticket for like a VIP section. They have like the certain levels.
Yeah. They'll like take a flamethrower.
They just flamethrower these. God damn.
It'll give it a sheen back, you know? You just sort of like melt up the top surface. You kill any bacteria that's on there.
Yeah.
It's all scuffed up. Now it's not.
Those plastic ones. That makes sense.
Yeah, I've seen the video. It looks nice when they're done with it.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I imagine that's only for like certain sections then, because that was their whole thing of like, we're gonna make all these new things.
It's not like a fucking napalm thing too, flamethrower.
It's like just a torch, like a blowtorch, like essentially.
It shoots out the heat like 2 feet.
Right. I assume it is literally just a propane blowtorch, because why give this man a flamethrower?
Well, it's wide. It's like, this is how big the opening is.
Mm.
It's like a cone. It's like a reverse fire extinguisher.
A fire additioner.
Yeah.
Fire additive. Just adds more fire to the equation.
Some fucking jazz punk stuff. You go to the wall to grab. Oh shit, wrong one.
To pull the ice alarm, and just fire starts coming from the spigots. There's so much ice here. Because I think if you pull the fire alarm, I think that's when ice comes out.
Water comes out.
What? So why is the ice? I don't remember then.
Maybe it's ice. I don't know. But it's just, I love that part, because you like finally get everything you need. You just got to make it to the chute and get out. And then you pull the alarms, and like this UI thing comes up around the sides.
Yeah, it's from GoldenEye. It's the GoldenEye Health and Shield UI. You just get like a moment.
Yeah. Like, what? You just got to run down. It's a very short hallway.
Yeah.
There's like one turn, and then you're there.
It's literally, it's. I think it's just a reference from GoldenEye where you have to like run away from fire, and that's what it is. Like if you touch it, you just get the like deaths or damage sound.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Jazzpunk is a fantastic game. Adult Swim games needs to like just make more. They need to make like games constantly.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting how they just do so few, and yet they like it's probably kind of hard to capture that Adult Swim charm the way that they do.
Yeah, that's true.
If there's a bunch of jazz punks, it would make the one jazz punk less.
Exactly. If there's a bunch of duck games, right?
I would like a duck game too, though.
What else can they do?
Make a new game and let you play it with people that don't own the game, so I can get my friends to play duck games again.
So you want to specifically what was that, like the DS sharing game? Like you could have it was Mario Kart on the DS.
Yeah.
You could play that with people that didn't have the game.
You know, they added that back with the Switch too.
Oh yeah, you can do like the rent the things from people, right?
No,
rent virtually.
It's you straight up do game share. Like, you know, I have a Switch too, you have a Switch. We're in the same room, and I can like share my game with you to play.
Hell yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I think on the Switch 1 you'll get like limited versions of it, like specific things you can do.
Right, but that's
yeah.
pretty cool still.
There's also a patent out there for
together.
a second additional screen that you put on top. They're bringing it back.
The DS, they're going full foldy.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
The 4DS.
The 4DS. What if it's a second screen, but it's just a projector screen? So like both of them work in tandem, and then it just makes like one holographic 3D in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be sick.
We could probably make something like that.
I was gonna say that seems like
a lot of research.
It seems like the hologram things, like when they do the Tupac and Michael Jackson thing, it's mainly like a big like thing on the ground or whatever. I think we talked about it before.
We did.
So it's like if they could just do like basically like this folded screen, you could probably it'd be a small area, but you know, make it like big like the laptop. It'd be a decent little hologram. And you could maybe even make it like touchscreen where you could interact with it. Oh man,
the Switch is touchscreen.
Going crazy. No, but like the hologram be touchscreen, or like you could move things around.
So I don't know how much they could just do this as an additional thing to the like as an add-on. Right?
Yeah, no, I'm going crazy mode with it.
Yeah.
You can probably just add like, I don't know, maybe another a screen that like projects onto the touchscreen to like maybe be like an AR effect on top of the touchscreen. That'd be kind of cool. So like an AR little like Pokemon that's dancing on top, like your Pokemon battles potentially. Whenever you battle, like the Pokemon actually rise up from the screen.
That'd be neat,
right? It'd be a little cumbersome if you had a whole second screen just to do that, though. Yeah, I think it'd be more like if it was just an antenna with a little projector, that'd be a little more effective. So maybe a whole second screen. Who knows?
Just make Pokemon real and make them fight in real life for money.
For money. Because the whole thing with two screens, like a lot of the DS games, you never really are looking at two screens at the same time because that's impossible, right?
Yeah,
like,
but like you typically put like
your
map
inventory,
on
your map, right, on the bottom one, or like the ones that you can like interact with, and the one you're actually watching is what's going on. So I wonder, like, what else could you do with like a whole second screen? That's what I was trying to think of, like maybe the hologram or the AR type things.
Yeah, I don't know what they would do with the second screen on the Switch 2 because, I mean, that's kind of like the Nintendo DS is a two-screen system, and you make a Nintendo DS game, you're getting two screens every single time.
Right.
You make a Switch 2 game without, like, you need to make a single screen and a double screen version. It would really just be throwing the map up there.
Right. That's what it'd have to be, like something that can like plug into most games of like either throwing a map or throwing like they did with the Super Game Boy, where they were just able to throw a little border around, like add a little some ancillary like flair to the game somehow. Yeah, I wonder what it would be. I wonder what they're gonna do with that whole second screen. It's a neat idea, but I don't know.
There's a patent. Maybe they just patented it to patent it. So no one else is gonna.
No one else makes a big DS.
Yeah. Or just a second screen, like additional add-on, specifically for the Switch. Even they don't want other people to make that a market. They would want to do it themselves, if at all.
All right, now here's the big play. So you make the Switch 2, but you have like first of all, an add-on port that you just like plug the Switch into, like a whole dock that has ports on top, bottom, left, right. Then you can plug infinite amount of screens, either top or bottom, into that, as many as you buy. and then profit. I don't know. So I was thinking
like
like
TV with fucking
essentially just Nintendo
big
Switches.
air gaps in the middle of it.
I don't know. I was trying to think of like Sega CD, of just trying to like Frankenstein sticking more stuff on top. I don't know how you could do that.
You could do it, I guess.
Actually, no one's
Very
stopping
expensive.
somebody. You can get like
Get
some
a TV of that size for the price of a Switch and a half, maybe.
It'd be like a $2,000 TV, $3,000 TV. What's the cost of 10 Switches?
Yeah, I mean it's a $500 thing, so $5,000.
Fucking shit. That'd be a very expensive TV, but you could say that you did it. Nobody else could do that.
So, I quit TikTok like 2 months ago.
Oh, congratulations.
The reason being, I was getting too many clips.
I've been tagging you in all these TikToks for no reason then? Shit.
Yeah.
This is shit.
I got rid of my TikTok. I remember the last clip I saw of yours on the trash can TikTok was a Resident Evil one.
Oh, yeah, it was a while ago then.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I got rid of it because all I was seeing was like clips of TV shows, and like I won't lie, like yeah, like they know how to make like the peak of interesting or the most interesting point of the episode and put that into the front of the thing, and then you
get you to watch more.
Yeah, I mean we went over this before, chop chop movie boy.
Chop chop movie boy,
yeah.
Get to the end.
And so my entire feed was just that, and I was like sick of it, whatever, get rid of it.
Fair.
And I do use Instagram Reels now to some extent, and it's been pretty smooth, relatively speaking, but there are still some just like TV clips on there.
Yeah.
And I will admit to having watched some of them.
I mean, that's kind of what people just do, right? They clip their favorite parts of a TV show, and they're like, oh, yeah, I'll put this up on Instagram. It made me laugh. I'm going to see if it makes other people laugh.
Yeah, so that happens. But this is advanced into a whole new realm.
Oh, God.
With the Instagram ones. So I'll be watching, like, a Simpsons clip. And then this will be, like, 2 minutes of The Simpsons. This episode where Moe redoes the bar.
Okay.
And, he wants to get a new clientele that isn't a bunch of losers.
Sure.
And he dresses up nice and he cleans up the floor and he gets a jukebox. And they're doing this whole, like, it's just the episode for like 2.5, 3 minutes. And then it goes to a scene where they, like, zoom in on the jukebox.
Yeah.
There's a Duran Duran album on there. And then the episode cuts, and then they show Solid Snake, and they play the song from Metal Gear.
Wait, what?
There's a Duran Duran song, supposedly. I never fucking played Metal Gear Solid 5. But there's a Duran Duran song in Metal Gear Solid 5. And so, it's Invisible by Duran Duran.
Wow, I've never, I don't think I've played MGS5, so I had no idea.
I don't know either, but it keeps on showing up. Like, all these, like...
You keep getting MGS5 memes like that, or just that clip specifically?
A lot, actually. And
a lot of what? I gave you two options.
The Metal Gear Solid thing.
Okay.
And when I started like noticing this, I ended up looking farther into it, and I got to a point where like my entire algorithm for like a day was just Metal Gear Solid 5 fake out memes. So it's like an episode of Family Guy and whatever, Gumball, and they say Invisible, which is the name of the Duran Duran song.
Right.
Then it stops the video, and it shows a picture of Solid Snake. Maybe he's doing something, or maybe not, and it just plays that song.
That's the new Rickroll, just getting invisibled.
Pretty much, yeah. The humor isn't new, right?
Right.
But it's now I'm like kind of more interested in watching TV show clips again. Because I want to see if it's going to be...
Why not just watch the whole TV shows, man? Why are you going on
Instagram
the real TV to watch
show
TV
doesn't
shows
have
clips?
Metal Gear Solid 5 Invisible.
Why do you want that? I thought you were...
I want to see what the deal is. It's not always that, but it's mostly that. There's also a lot of...
So you just used it to play the game of maybe it won't be invisible?
Yeah, well, so I am on the tail end of this, right? Like I figured I'd just skip to the end, see if it's...
But why don't you just watch episodes of the TV show? Why do you go on social media to find clips of the TV show that may or may not be the new age Rickroll?
To talk about it here. I skip them most of the time. Especially now that I know what the joke is. If you just watch the episode
of Family Guy, we could talk about the episode of Family Guy, though. We could actually be a coherent Family Guy podcast.
You're missing the point entirely. I'm not on there to watch TV. I'm saying that it's more it's more interesting to find TV clips again because of something that has nothing to do with it.
Oh, okay. So you're saying The Invisible has regarnered your interest in TV clips?
Yes, to find that. There's also a lot of edits about Invincible, like just different clips from Invincible, like cutting something else to a clip of Invincible because like I don't know, when Mark yells Cecil, it kind of sounds like sea salt, shit like that, and a lot of Kanye West ones. Kanye West ones.
Pretty memeable.
A lot of this is a really weird one. How the clips is like just some like you know random clip as it goes, and then they say like a word from like a lyric to a Kanye West song, and then it doesn't just like show Kanye West. It cuts to like some video game where someone's being chased by a JPEG of Kanye West. It's 2D. And like just running through like back rooms and like hallways and like through the woods and stuff, and you turn around, it's Kanye West 2D just like chasing you. Strange. A lot of them also
pretty good. I like that.
Same deal, but with a job application.
Yeah.
And they use that to be like, like you're on Instagram right now at
ain't
2
doing
p.m.
no employments.
Yeah, just
I like the Kanye West JPEG. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's just a lot of this fake out humor's come back. Rick rolling and such.
It's good to see where we're coming around again. Coming around to what? I don't know, but
it's a cycle.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's good to see the cycle.
Specifically,
still
internet humor seems to go in a cycle.
I was actually before you even came over, I was thinking that exact same thing because you responded "yar" to one of my texts, and I sent you just a terrible 2002 like dancing pirate gif.
Yeah,
and it's great. I love it. I legitimately I think that's hilarious because of like how much it is a bad, terrible 2002 pirate dancing gif. Like when someone made that, they probably took so much time in one of like the worst video editing processes you ever seen. Like like that's the most like terrible UI ever to like get this pirate to dance and shimmy right along with the boombox and everything. And it was such a labor of love. And he probably posted it on like his blog site, be like, "Look guys, I got this new project." And now this is how it exists. They're just like, look at this shitty, stupid pirate doing his little deet. Yeah.
I like it. I didn't think he was a bad, shitty pirate at all. I thought he looks like a pretty cool guy.
I think
I'm taking custody of him.
You don't
deserve him.
I think that now, like I was saying, but I just think that that's really funny that he spent most of his life just being that, because like most of the internet comedy would just be like, oh, look at that terrible little thing, like the little PNGs of the emojis, like the first ones doing like that type of shit.
Nah, I think people can think they're cute. Many more emotions than just pointing and laughing at these things.
I think they're mostly ironic at this point, but I love the point that it's come around.
Post-irony era.
Are we in the post-irony era?
I'd say so. People are very genuine about these things.
I find it ironic, the little pirate guy, at least a little bit. But I find it funny that it is like, I'm willing to, I was literally like, not even making fun of it, kind of ironic. So I guess it is post-irony, because I don't like hate it and find it like, oh, look at this stupid pirate.
You used it to communicate something.
Right. I used it. You said "yar" and I was like, yeah, dancing pirate. This is me. I'm this dancing pirate right now. Envision this as me.
Yeah. Yeah. See, you're genuine posting.
All right. So it is a genuine post. I found it kind of funny that at one point that would have been this ironic, terrible thing.
Yeah, we're going through the whole thing. It's a cycle.
It's a cycle.
One of my favorite clips. It's so unbelievably stupid. You're gonna revile me for this.
Oh boy.
It's a Family Guy clip of when like somebody like loses their hearing.
Okay.
And so like Lois is like talking to them and like moving their arms around or moving her arms around or whatever, and then like Chris comes into the scene. And it's just like really fucking low quality that. And
hold on. Okay, continue. Sorry. I believe I know exactly what you're talking about, but continue.
Plays Fetty Wap.
Yeah. I have that exact same fucking thing. I was about to try and pull it up, but I was like, I don't know if I'd be able to find it.
So there's two versions of it, and this isn't even because I don't like AI. It's just that the AI version of it does not hit the same. Because they use AI to like make a inferior version. That is the inferior version.
Did somebody actually do the karaoke of it?
Nope. The original one is just the Fetty Wap song playing, crunchy as hell. This is so clean. They use the AI voices to replace it. It's not, and they like sync up the mouths to it. I don't. It's.
I don't know.
I'm fine with the idea, but like the original one has such a charm. It has a crunch to it. You know, it's flavorful.
I got a fantastic one to show you in that same kind of vein right after we get off.
I'm gonna pull up the original for you after this too. It's just so much. It gives you so much less, and yet I walk away with so much more.
It says less, yet I have more.
Yes,
and it's truly art.
Yes, but this was a copy of that one.
No, okay, that makes sense.
That's the direction that these things went, because the other one's so much like lower effort. You know, it's literally just the song.
Right, and that one I guess is more effort. Yeah, but maybe it's a little less. We'll have to see.
But yeah, that is the original of that is like legit just one of my favorite things. It's not even like ha funny. It's just it's perfect.
Well, that is about all the time we have for this episode of Cold Hard Trash, CRT episode 65. Did I get it right twice? I think so.
Yep.
I think so. Thank you for listening. If you would be so kind as to rate us 5 stars on whatever podcast app you're listening to, drop a comment on wherever that you can, because we would enjoy the engagement. Tell us what you like about us. Tell us what you hate about us. Do you like sports? Do you like Pokemon?
Do you like Family Guy?
Yeah, who knows? Do you like Fetty Wap? Do you like crunchy memes? Let us know. We'd be very interested.
Catch you later.
Till the next time.